Welcome to Vicky Fung's channel. Here you will find tips and advice on interview and job search, hiring and recruitment, management, leadership and many others. Let's start.
Interview tips. 6 observations you can't afford to miss during a job interview. Job hunting is a two-race race. While the employers select their best candidates, you're also choosing your best employers. Assessing what and how your interviewer said is the best way to understand the company. However, there's another important thing you should do at every interview, but many candidates are not aware of it. What is this? Remember, you only have 1 or at most 3 chances to physically visit the company that you're applying for. Directly observing the company by yourself is the best way to assess the company. So it is better for you to make the full use of the time to evaluate the company and its people as much as possible. This will allow you to get a better sense of the unspoken company's culture, and in return, can facilitate you to determine whether the company is suitable for you. In other words, you should be keenly observant from the time you arrive at the office until you left. Interviewers may paint a nice picture to you, but this is your own first-hand observations, which is far more useful. So, what should you observe? Here are 6 things to look out when you are at a job interview. First, the receptionist. The first one you met will be the receptionist. There are 3 things you should observe. First, did the receptionist greet you and smile to you? This is the first person everyone interacts at the office. His or her attitudes affect the first impression of the company. Second, did the people at office chat with the receptionist? If yes, did they talk in a formal or friendly or casual way? If you find that people just pass by the receptionist without any greeting, or they only have formal conversations, this may somehow reflect the company's culture. You can get a preliminary assessment of whether the company is friendly or not. Third, when you arrived, the receptionist should ask you to fill in the visitor's information, say your name, visiting purpose, ID number, or whatever. Did the receptionist use papers or whatever means to cover the information of other visitors? Or do they let you see all other information? Nowadays, personal data is very sensitive. Protecting the release of personal data should be the responsibilities of every company and should be incorporated as part of the internal control. If the receptionist has done so, it means the company probably has good internal controls and they pay attention to others. Second, physical office environment and setting. Look at what it is and the surrounding environment. Are there any partitions and how high are they? Is the place organized and tidy? If you find that the office is packed with various files and tons of papers are putting on the seats, it probably reflects the staff are having heavy workload and are too busy to file the documents. Many offices are now adopting the concept of open office, and some believe this will facilitate the staff communication and the culture will be less formal. If you find the seats are still separated by partitions, it means the company probably pays attention to privacy. Some people hate open office, while some people are fond of them. So we can determine whether this fits you. Third, the announcement boards. Probably at each office, there will be some places to put announcements and posters. If you pass by, take a quick look at what these posters are about. Are they all about office rules and regulations? Or are they talking about staff activities or staff benefits? These announcements show a great deal about the company's culture. 4. Employees' desks. When you tour around the office, pay attention to employees' desks. Do the staff put a lot of personal stuff? Or their tables are very clean and tidy? If the desks are placed with many personal items or have some small plants, it indicates that the staff probably enjoy working there. On the contrary, if you can't see any personal items but just normal office stationery on the desk, it indicates that the employees may not have a sense of belonging to the company, and they have been thinking of leaving the company, so that one day when they left, they will not need to spend so much time for packing their own stuff. 5. The people. When touring around the office, try to get a sense of how people interact with each other. This can tell the company's culture and how hierarchical the work environment is. Say, is there any formal and casual conversation? Is the feeling relaxed, full of energy, or tense? Do the employees seem friendly and supportive of each other? Are the people happy and engaged at work? Or is everyone just seem busy like they're on urgent mission? However, don't draw conclusions based on how busy one or two individuals look. Instead, take note of the overall picture. If it appears that nobody is working, that may be an indication that business is low. If everyone looks exhausted and overworked, this could mean the company is unstaffed. If employees are literally running around the office and phones are running non-stop, that is a sign that it is a fast-paced company. Ask yourself frankly, is this the kind of environment that you enjoy working? Can you perform well under pressure? Observe how the employees dress. Are they in business attire or in business casual? Do they wear jeans, t-shirts, and sports shoes? This is also an indication of how formal the office culture is. 6. Staff telephone manner. In the big organizations, there usually a standard script when people pick up the phone call. This indicates the company has incorporated standard procedures and the culture is very controlling. Nevertheless, the way people answering the call can reflect a few signs about its culture. Say, do the people sound human and engaged? Or do they sound like an autopilot? You can get a gut feeling of how engaged and happy the employees are by observing how they answer the phone. I understand you will be nervous when attending an interview, but these are easily made observations. Remember, understanding the company's culture is very important for you to assess the job opportunity. Whether you can get along well with its culture will determine your future success at this company. Culture is very difficult to be described. If you ask the interviewers the culture of a company, they may at most mention some company's values or positive attributes to you. Even if the company has some toxic environment, an experienced interviewer seldom tells you frankly. Therefore, direct observations at the office is one of the best means to learn about the company's culture. By the way, If you want to understand how to ask your interviewers about the company's culture, I got a course teaching people what, how, and when to ask interviewers during interviews. Please check the description below. Before I end this video, you may have questions in mind. What if I do not have the opportunities to tour around the office? Should I ask the interviewers? The answer is yes or no. My suggestion is, instead of directly asking for a formal office tour, you may ask the receptionist for giving you a few moments in the restroom prior to the interview. This allows you to physically observe the office and its people. Meanwhile, you can also check your appearance and make sure you are ready for the interview. Not only you understand more about the company's culture, but you also look more organized and prepared too. Or, if you cannot afford the time to go to the restroom before the interview, ask the interviewers politely after the interview. They'll surely say yes, and then you can take the chance to observe the company and its people, and compare whether there are any inconsistency with what the interviewers present to you. Understand the differences, and you can politely clarify your questions in the second interview or before you agree to take up job offer. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my sharing, do press like and subscribe to my channel. This will encourage me to continue my sharing. Take a look at my courses in the description below if you want to learn more. Please leave me a comment below if you want to have a big discount too. I look forward to seeing you again in other videos. Thank you.